Dear friends, welcome to Selenium with CHAS Training Session 10. In this session, you will learn what is frame and iframe all about and how you can handle those frame or iframe with the help of Selenium WebDriver and CHAS. So, while frame are used to split screen vertically or horizontally, iframe are used to insert content from other sources such as advertisement into user website. In order to handle frames and iframe in Selenium, user first need to know how to identify them. Every window, frames or iframe in a website has unique ID called window handle. iframe is a web page which is embedded in another web page or an HTML document embedded inside another HTML document. The frame tag specifies a frame, whereas iframe tag specifies that iframe is present there or not. So how this is different? So if you open, these are the two websites where frame and iframe is available. So if you open that website, right, jqueryui.com droppable, and there is a frame available, right? So in that section there is no frame available, so you will not able to get that button. But if you select that section, if you right click here, you could see here that view frame source or reload frame option will be available. That means here frame is there, right, or iframe or frame is sometime present. Okay, similarly this is the other website. You could see here if you right click here, you could see reload frame or view frame source. So this is available. So that is the one way you can identify that a frame is available. So what is the basic difference between the frame and normal window? In the normal window you can handle it, but whenever there is a frame available or subframe available, right, you need to first navigate to the frame and then you can handle any object or element inside the frame. And even if the subframe is there or nested frame is there, you need to go to the frame first and then nested frame, and then again you need to identify the element. So that is the basic difference. So if you want to identify it, so this is the two way. Another way is that press F12 button here. If you do not know that which section frame is present, right, press F12 button here, right, press Ctrl F, here search with frame or iframe. You can see the frame, iframe is present, is not the frame because it is embedded, right, some sort of embedded thing in the page, that is present is the iframe, right. Similarly other page, if you inspect the page with the help of F12 button here, because this is a nested frame, right, and if you press Ctrl F, so if you try frame, so you could see this is the frame available, not the nest iframe. So it is frame because it is a vertical horizontal way, it is splitting the screen, right. And if you expand the frame, you could see this is the two frame available. One frame is that upper section and another frame is the bottom section. If you expand that the frame, you could see in the frame itself there are multiple frame available, right. You could see these are the multiple frame. Okay, frame, button, top, right, these are the different thing. If you expand that document, you will again find multiple frame. So this is called nested frame, right, frame inside the frame, right. You can see here this is the other frame available, right. So it is in frame inside the frame. So first there is a kind of nested frame, so you need to go to the parent frame first, then you need to go to the child frame, otherwise it will not able to handle you. Okay, user cannot detect the frame by just seeing the phrase, so you need to open the application using Internet Explorer or any browser, right, Firefox, Chrome. You need to right click on the page. If the user is able to find the option called reload frame or that other option, right, reload frame or the view frame source, so you can know that some frame or iframe is present in the application, right. So you can press F12 button, you can press Ctrl F, you can search with frame or iframe, and you can get to know whether any frame or iframe is available, right. So handling the thing the same way, you need to switch to that frame with the different option available. I will discuss it here, right. So user can even identify total number of frames or iframes available, right. In case if you want to identify how many frames is available, then you can use tag name called frame and you can get the count and you can store in some integer. If you want to see how many iframes is available, you can use tag name is iframe and you can get the count and you can print in the console. So that is the way you can print the frame or iframe total number is available in the page. Then how you can handle the frame? So there is an options called methods called available called switch true, right. So if you want to switch between the frames, you can use the switch true method, right. So it has three different options also. Switch to dot frame number, you can give the index, which will be in case multiple frame is there, suppose 5 frame is there, index will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So you need to pass the frame index and driver will switch to that particular frame. In case if you know the frame ID or name, then you can use switch to frame ID or name. Pass the frame element name or ID and driver will switch to that frame. If you do not know that index or the number, if you have any kind of reference element, so you can also use that switch to that frame web element frame element. You can pass the frame web element and driver will switch to that frame. Then let's see how we can switch that, how we can handle the frame. So we will handle two type of frame. One is the nested frame and one is the normal iframe. So it is it is iframe. You can see here it is starting with iframe. Right here how many iframe is there? It is only one iframe is there. Okay, so I can navigate to that particular page first and I can see how many frame is available in that particular page. So I already switching to that particular page. Then with the help of switch to method, right, I will take how many iframe is available. So I will be using driver dot find element. I'll be using tag name, right? Find element. Here, what is the tag name? So it will be find elements, because how many frame is available, it can give multiples. By dot tag name. So what is the tag name here? So tag name is iframe, right? So this is the tag name. So how many iframe is available in the page? And it will give me the integer, so I can store in some integer. Okay, and here I want to get the count here, right? So it will be dot count. Here it will be integer frame size. I need to give the equal to sign, and here I will be giving, I want to get the count, right? So it will be count, right? You can see here. Okay, it will be count. So it will be storing the count, right? And then if you want to print it out, you can print console dot write line, and you can get that variable. So you can get to know how many iframe is available for that page. So it will give you result as 1, right? Because here only one iframe is available, right? It is iframe, not the frame, because it is embedded, right? It is iframe. You can see here only one iframe is available, no frame, only one iframe. Okay, so you will get the result as 1, right? It will give you in the console. It will open the page, maximize it, open the browser, maximize the browser, load that particular URL, and it will give you that total number of iframe count in the console, right? So it will only do that actions. You can see here it is coming as 1. This is the number of output you can expect it. So that is giving you correct result. Now let's handle the frame. Let's comment out this code. Okay, then I will handle the frame. So here let's see, without handling the frame, are you able to perform the operation within the, this is the frame, right? So here there is a 2 button, one is drag me and drop me. So you can drag and drop here, right? So let's identify first these two element. So this is the first element, which is the draggable. You could see here, this is the ID is draggable. So I can identify the wave element first. Wave element, it will be iWave element. Wave element. What is the object name? It is the source, right? Or draggable source. I can paste this source equal to driver dot find element, and with the help of ID I can identify it. Find element by dot ID. What is the ID? ID is draggable here. This is the thing I want to drag and drop in the droppable. So this is the draggable, right? So this is the ID I created. Similarly, I can create another wave element, iWave element called target, right? So what is the ID for the target? This is the target. So you can see this is the droppable. ID is droppable. So with that particular ID, I can identify the droppable one, right? So these two things I have identified. Then I want to drag and drop it, right? So how can I drag and drop it? I can use the actions class available in Selenium WebDriver. So I'll be creating an object first, actions class, act equal to new actions. Here I need to provide the driver object. So that's why I can create the actions class. Then if you want to drag and drop, so you can use that object whatever actions class is created, because that is the function from the action class, draw, drag and drop, right? Because I want to drag and drop. Okay. So here you need to provide the source and destination, right? So you can provide source here, which you want to drop in the destination, right? A target. I want to drag and drop source to the target. Then if you press dot, you can see here you need to build, right? Build the operation. So you can use build dot perform. Build dot perform. Dot perform. So that's why you can drag and drop, right? So here if you run the code, whether your code is successful, no, right? Because it will never not identify the source and target element. Then how it will drag and drop? Because there's a frame available and we are not handling the frame. So let's try to run the code and let's see whether your code run is successful or not, or it is throwing any error or not, right? Because whatever source and target we want to identify first, we will not able to identify it because we did not handle the frame, right? Iframe. So in case there is a frame or iframe available, you need to handle them with the help of any element reference or index or the ID or the name. Then you can able to perform the required operation. So you could see here drag and drop is not happening here because we are not handling the frame here at all. It will throw you error. You can see here the error message came here, right? In the console, right? No such element able to identify it, because here you can see here no such element, unable to locate the element, right? Whatever you want to identify, because the frame is available. Until you are handling the frame, you will not able to identify the element successfully. Okay. So let's handle the frame. So how can you handle the frame? So you already see this is the three way we can handle the frame. One is the frame number index. Another one is the frame ID. So let's go to the frame here. Iframe. Let's type with iframe. You can see here it is class is there but no name is there. So here in case some name is there, ID is there, you can handle it. Otherwise in case the element only one element is there, so definitely index will be 0, and you can also handle the frame with the class number, right? Class value. But name and ID is not available. In case for some frame name and ID is available, you can handle it. So here there is two options we can handle it. One is the index, one is the class reference, right? So I will handle the frame first with that index. How can I handle it? Driver dot switch to, right? Then I can use frame, and here I can provide the index. So this is the index because only one element is there. I can handle it with the help of index, right? Let's save it. So no issue has been found now. Let's close it. So I am handling the frame with the help of index. Okay, let's handle the frame. What is the error? Okay, that's fine. Let's try to run the code and let's see, because no issues found. Okay. Okay, let's close it because it's time out, otherwise it will throw error. Let's run it once more time with handling the frame. So it will try to launch the browser, it will maximize the browser, it will load the page fully, then it will go to the frame with the help of index, then it will identify the draggable and droppables, and it will drag the draggable item to the droppable from source to destination. So that operation will perform. After handling the frame, you can see the drag and drop is happening perfectly fine, right? And no error should be there because you are handling the frame with the help of ID, right? So this is the one option, and it is working perfectly fine. Okay. Now we will handle the frame with another way. Let's comment out this part with reference, right? Instead of index, here it is a class number is class is there, right? Attribute is there. This is the class name. So with the help of class reference value, I can handle the frame because that is mentioned here, right? The frame element. In case apart from ID or name, in case any other element is there, we can handle the frame as well with that particular thing. So it will be same thing. Divert.switch to .frame, and here you need to provide the class information. So how can I provide it? It will be driver.find element. Here it will be by.class name. By.class name, right? And what is the class name? I can copy paste that one, right? That is the class name. So with that reference also I can handle the frame, right? So it will also, with the help of class reference value, I can handle the frame. I need to close with another bracket. Okay, now I think it's fine. Driver dot another bracket, I need to give it. Okay, no issue found. Now let's try to, instead of index, I am trying to handle the frame with the help of other reference, web element reference, right, which is the class name. So it will still do the same operation. It will open the Chrome browser, it will maximize the browser, it will launch that page, it will identify, it will go to the frame, it will identify the source and destination, it will drag and drop, right, from source to destination with the help of class reference, web element reference. So these are the three ways you can handle the frame. You can see drag and drop is happening perfectly fine. So my code is perfectly working fine. Okay. So this is the thing is working perfectly fine. Then the now next thing is that, so you already navigated to the frame, right? So you already went to the frame. Now if you went outside to the frame and if you want to perform any operation, then how can you do it, right? So I already came to the frame, right? But again, after that, I want to click any option here, which is not in the frame, outside the frame. Suppose I want to click on the support link, right? So whatever it is, link is coming as, link text is coming as support. So I can, after that part is happening, I want to identify the element driver.find element. Here with the help of link text, by dot link text, right, which is the link of the text. And it is a link, so I can click, I want to click on that one. So whether it will be successful, let's try to run it. So I already opened the page and I have, there's a frame available, so I already switched to the frame, and here I am identifying source and target, I am performing some operation within the frame, right? So here till that part I am already inside the frame, but I did not move from the frame to the outside. But now from the frame itself I am trying to perform some operation which is outside the frame. So system will allow me or not? So that's my question. No, system will not allow, because I am already in the frame, also I need to outside come first. After that, if I can perform some operation which is outside any element which is not available in the frame. Let's try to see whether it is working fine or not. So it will throw some error, because you already went to the frame and you did not came out from the frame, right? And whatever element you want to find it which is outside the frame. Okay, so you need to move out from the frame. So let's try to run the script and let's see whatever problem is coming. So definitely the last operation will not be successful. So for that you need to move out from the frame. It is working, but other part is not working. You could see here, right? Unable to locate the element, link text selected support. So that part is not working. Why it is not working? So you need to move out to the frame. How can you move out to the frame? So this is the called method called available, called default content. Switch to default content. So switch to default content command select either the first frame on the web page or the main document, right, when the web page contain iframe. So you can go to the default content. First you need to go to the default content. After that, once you navigate to the default content which is not the frame, then you can handle the frame, right? So here before navigating, before clicking on that support link, you need to navigate to the default content, driver dot switch to dot default content, right? So that is the code you need to write it. Now your code should be working fine. Okay, let's close this one. Okay. Now if you want to run your code, it should be working fine. So it will open the page, right? It will handle the frame. It will perform the drag and drop from the source to the target. Once it is performed, it will go to the default content, which is not the frame normal part. After that, it will identify the element which is support link with from the help of link text, and it will click on that one. So that's why if you want to handle the frame, and if you again want to move out of the frame, you have to use that one. You can handle the frame with the help of switch to frame index number, or frame ID, name, or different. If you want to move out, so you have to use default content so that you can move out from the frame and you can handle the normal operation for the normal element which is not inside the frame. You can see that page is opening, drag and drop is also happening, and after that you are that particular support button is also clicked, because with that particular default content it is going outside the frame and that support part is getting clicked. So my code is perfectly working fine and no error message is there, right? So your code is perfectly working fine. So that's why you can handle, right, the frame. And if you want to work in the normal element which is not in the frame, you have to move to the default content with the help of switch to method, right? Then this part is over, right? Then I will show you what is nested frame, right? So here you can see that is the URL you have navigated. So here if you just search with frame, it is not the iframe, it is normal frame. You can see this is the frame is coming, right? And in the frame itself, you could see there is two frames available, right? One is that frame and another is the bottom frame. So basically two frames is available, and in the first frame itself there are nested frame available, because if you open the frame and if you click on that frame, so you could see here this is the different frame available. One is the left, one is the middle, one is the right. So total two frame available, and inside the one frame multiple frame, three frame subs or nested frame available. So how can you handle this kind of frames, not the iframe, right? So I already mentioned that frames are used to split screen vertical or horizontally, whereas iframe are used to insert content from other source such as advertisement into the user website, right? But to handling the frame or iframe, the same method you can use it. Switch to frame, number, ID, or the element reference, right? Okay. So nested frame is a frame set. Frame set, remember, that contains a collection of frame or subframe, right? Here, whenever you are opening here, you can see this is the frame set, means it is containing some frame, right? Okay. So if you want to see how many frame is there, right, you can use that same method here, the web page. Tag name, you can use frame. So it will be basically two frame available, parent frame, one is that frame, and another that frame, right? Okay, and in that particular frame you can see three different subframes available, right? So let's try to navigate to the URL first. Let's comment out this line of code here. Let's navigate to the URL, new URL, and let's see how many parent frame is available here, not the iframe. So that is the part I can use, right, for frame here. So that same way, with the tag name I can identify, instead of iframe it will be frame only. So here instead of iframe it will be frame. I can get the frame size, right? So let's try to run and let's see how many frame is there in the web page. After that we will try to perform the different operations. So it will launch the page and it will give me the total number of frame available or frame set available first, not the nested frame, the basic frame. So it will definitely two frame will be available, so it will give me 2. You could see here it is giving me the value as 2, so 2 frames should be available. Then now how we can handle the parent frame and the subframe or nested frame. So switch to parent frame. First you need to navigate to the switch to the parent frame. So that's why you can go to the parent frame. So this command select the parent frame of the currently selected frame. Whether it's a frame, alert, or new window, each of these identified with their unique window handle. It is a unique identifier of the type string that is pointed to the window as it holds the address of the window. Then how can you switch to the parent frame? Divert dot switch to the parent frame. So first I'll go to the parent frame. This is the parent frame, right? So with the help of this method, driver dot switch to parent frame. So that part I can comment it out. Driver dot switch to dot parent frame. So I can navigate to the parent frame that way. Okay, that is my first part. I can navigate to the parent frame. Then once I navigate to the parent frame, right, then I navigate to the first frame, right? This is the frame, means frame set top. First I need to navigate to the top frame, right? This is the frame. I need to navigate. What is the this one? This is the top, right? You could see SRC is frame hyphen top. Okay, so I can create a serial selector. I can navigate to that one. So how can I go it? Right, frame hyphen top. You can see this is coming with the name as top, frame top, right? So I will be creating a driver dot switch to, sorry, driver dot switch to, right? Switch to, and here I can give that frame dot frame. Here I can give the frame reference number, which is the name here, right? Name attribute. So I'll be using driver dot find element. I can use some serial selector, right, or name, whatever I want to do it, right, or name. Driver dot find element. Here I can give the name attribute, right? It will be name by dot name. What is the name here? The name I can give it. So first I need to go to that top one. Then only I can navigate to the other, right? So once I navigate to the top, right? So it will be giving the top result, that frame. Okay. Now say I want to see that whether that it is giving the current frame or not. So I need to use the JavaScript executor, iJavaScript executor, iJavaScript executor, and I need to create an object here, JavaScript executor equal to iJavaScript executor. I need to typecast to the driver. So that's why I need to create an object or instance driver. Okay. Then with that help of reference, right, I can get the, I can call the execute script methods available in that one, execute script, and here I can return self dot name. What is the frame name? Self dot name. I can return it. Okay, and return type will be var. I need to store in some variable, so that will be my variable var current frame. Okay, and now I can print it out, right? So how we can print it out? That way I can print it out, because this is I've stored in variable. I can print it out simply. Okay. So now I already opening the page. I am navigating to the handling to the parent frame. Then I am going to the frame. This is the frame, right? I am first going. Otherwise I cannot go to the subframe or nested frame, right? Once I go to the frame, I can print out which frame it will giving me the result. That is the current frame it will give. After that I can handle the other frame. Once I go to the parent frame, then I can go to the other frame. So whatever frame I want to go, right? So suppose say I want to go that frame, right? You can see here, that is the frame, you can handle it. So this is the right frame right. This is the name. So you can change it, right? Frame right instead of that frame top. So I already navigate to the frame top, then I can navigate to any frame, right? Either is right, middle and left, because this is the subframe available in the frame hyphen top, right? So I can navigate to it. Similar way, if you want to check whether what is the current frame after navigating to the frame right, you can use the variable called 1, and here you can print it out. Okay, so that is the part you can do it. Now let's try to run it the code. Before running, 1 second, try to understand. This is the page I am opening it, right? So there is a multiple frame available. This is the parent frame. Okay, this is the parent frame. So first I need to navigate to the parent frame, right? Then I will be navigating to the parent frame with the help of parent frame reference, which is the top frame hyphen top. After that, once I navigate to the top, right, I can print it out what is the current frame. Then I navigate to the parent frame, I can go to the nested frame, and I can also print it out that what is the nested frame reference, right, or name. Now let's try to run the code and let's see whether your code is working fine and is giving the correct result in the console. So you will not able to do perform operation, but in the console you can get to know. So first it is navigating to the parent frame. So you can see here the frame hyphen top, that is being displayed here, right, current frame. After that you are navigating to that nested frame. The current frame is showing will be the frame hyphen right. So you can see this is the being displayed. Okay, so that's how you can handle the nested frame. Now say again, if you want to click on the middle, so you cannot directly access the middle frame. So what you need to do, you need to again navigate to the parent frame, then top frame, and from top frame again you need to navigate to the other sub nested frame. So that is the way. So from the one child frame to the other child frame you cannot go directly. So you have to go to the parent frame again, and then you can go to the child frame. So that is the way, right? So these are the multiple operations available, right? So I have tried to jot it down. So first you need to switch to the parent frame, and then the parent top frame you need to go to the, after that you can go to the child frame, and again after, even if you want to go to the another child frame, you need to go to the again parent frame, and then you can go to the other child frame. But within the child frame you can do any operation possible, but for the others nested frame, if you want to go, you need to go to the parent frame first and the required frame and required frame set, and then you can go to the child frame. So that are the different operations available. So this the frame are used to split the screen, whereas the iframe is kind of embedded thing in the website. So frame, with the help of frame tag name you can identify how many frame available. Similarly with the help of iframe tag name you can identify how many iframe is available in the page. So you can get the count with the help of tag names and find elements methods, right, and you can print it out in the console, right. And if you want to handle the frame, you can use the with the switch to method frame, right, either with the frame number or index or frame name or id or other frame element, right. And if you already moved to any frame, and if you again want to go to the normal window, normal web element, so you need to go to the default frame. And in case there is a nested frame available, first you need to go to the parent frame and then the relevant frame set, and then after that you can go to the child frame. Okay, so that's all about how to handle how you can handle frame or iframe. Thank you.